10 minutes of Karens versus judges. I mean, even if you're the most entitled, like childish Karen, like even if you're that person, if you're in front of a judge, you know that, like, you must know that you don't have the power in that situation. Like the judge gets to decide whether you're guilty, not guilty, how much time they're going to give you. So you would think, just be on your best behavior. Say nothing apart from yes, sir, or yes, mom, or whatever. But apparently these Karens think that they run the courthouse.
You've really got to hand it to the judges out there for being able to stay calm and deal with Karens like this.
Ma'am? And disrespectful.
Whoa.
At least most of them, that is. One Karen on this list is actually a magistrate himself. Now let's get right into the crazy Karens messing up their court hearings big time. First up today, this Karen owns a diner that didn't follow COVID-safe rules. She continued to willfully violate the state's food laws, public health orders, and the order of the court, which led her to sitting right here.
Ma'am, please raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to provide will be the truth, whole truth, and nothing but the truth under penalty of perjury?
I would like to call.
What's she doing?
Ma'am, stop. I know you want to control this room, but this isn't Burger King. When the sign changes to Burger King, you can have it your way. Right now, this is my courtroom, and you will answer my questions.
That's the Burger King slogan, isn't it? Have it your way.
Stop. Do you promise to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth under penalty of perjury? Yes or no? Are you going to tell the truth? All right, I'll take that as
She's such a child. Look at her just sitting there like,
silence.
just answer the
And her
question.
attorney is on here. Where is her attorney?
He's the big guy.
Again, say anything again without telling me you're going to tell the truth, and I will hold you in contempt of court for 93 days. Contempt carries with it 93 days and or $7,500. You will not act disrespectful in this court.
Her behavior landed her a $7,500 fine and 93 days in jail for contempt of court.
3 months in jail just because she wouldn't. Wow. Talk about no common sense, right? Just answer the judge's question.
Next, a lady was sentenced to 3 to 15 years in prison after driving under the influence and causing a fatal crash, killing a father of 6, along with injuring the mother. The victim's family is also in the courtroom, and as a victim impact statement written by the children of the now deceased father is read, the convicted woman's mother can be heard laughing. Check out how the judge handles this situation.
Casal has been found guilty of driving under the influence, causing a head-on collision that killed 31-year-old Jerome Zerker and severely injured his fiancée, 31-year-old Brittany Johnson. Prior to sentencing, the court will hear a powerful impact statement from the victim's children, read by his sister, Doreen Zerker.
Amanda, look what you did to my life. You ruined everything I had, like my dad's life.
Amanda seems devastated by Doreen's words. But Judge Kiana Lillard apparently hears some snickering from Casal's family sitting in the gallery. That's the defendant's mother, Donna Casal.
Ma'am, you are being taken into custody for criminal contempt. Your disruptive and disrespectful behavior disrupted today's proceedings, and you, ma'am, are going to the Wayne County Jail for 93 days for direct.
So your daughter has killed someone, right? Severely injured another person. Because she was drink driving, and you are getting disrespectful in the courtroom while the daughter of the victim is reading, the sister of the victim is reading the victim impact statement. That's crazy. That is just insane.
Criminal contempt.
Insane.
Anybody else want to go? Try it.
After orders restored, Amanda Casal is sentenced.
It'll be the sentence of this court that you will serve 3 to 15 years in the Michigan Department of Corrections.
3? Why is it so low? That's crazy. Like, she killed somebody.
If there's nothing further, that concludes this matter.
After a night in jail, the not-so-remorseful mother appears in front of the same judge and had this to say.
As for Amanda's mother, Donna, she spends the night in jail and appears before Judge Lillard the next morning. Donna seems to have learned a serious lesson from just one night behind bars.
Miss Constance, is there something you'd like to say?
Yes, I deeply apologize for what I did. I was under a lot of stress. And I deeply apologize for what I did in your court. I just needed to get out. And it's been very hard for me.
Like, I know she probably is under a lot of stress, but your daughter's the person who caused this problem. You're not the victim here. Or maybe she is to some degree. But all she had to do was keep her mouth shut in the courtroom, you know?
This year, and I know for the other family, and I'm so sorry for what I did, and I know it was wrong, and I apologize.
Her apology seemed to have worked as she was let home the same day. Next we have Michael Bachman, an Ohio magistrate abusing his powers to the maximum. He was presiding over a trial when he heard a commotion coming from the hallway. The commotion was coming from Cassandra Jackson, and she was allegedly screaming at the top of her lungs because she had been told she was 30 minutes late to file court papers. The judge then walks out and takes matters into his own hands.
Hey, you, get back here! That's a magistrate in full judicial robe storming out of his courtroom and chasing down a woman. Watch.
I love the way he's pointing.
Takes off after her, running through the hallways. When he finally catches up with her, he orders her back to his courtroom.
Wow.
And when she makes a wrong turn, he puts the long arm of the law on her shoulder,
Unreal.
steering her in the correct direction.
Unbelievable.
Inside his courtroom in Cincinnati, the magistrate sits the woman down in the jury box and then proceeds to sentence her to 3 days in jail.
Is he allowed to do that as a magistrate?
For disrespectful and disruptive behavior.
After the incident, this Karen of a judge was forced to resign, and Cassandra was released after 2 days in jail.
Like, yeah, he definitely went a bit, that was a bit too far.
Moving on now, not all Karens are white, entitled, middle-aged women. Some are young and entitled, like this girl in court here. This girl's either stupid spoiled, on drugs, or both. After smiling and laughing throughout
I've seen her before. What she did was nuts.
her whole hearing, she says adios to the judge as it comes to an end. So the judge calls her back and doubles her $5,000 fine, making it $10,000. After hearing this, she turns around, swears at, and flips the judge off. In relation
Who does that? Like, who does that? You're in court. You basically need the judge to be lenient with you. And she flips him off.
to her disrespect, the judge then hands her 30 days in jail.
Minnesota, you're being charged with possession of Xanax, B-A-R-S. I don't know what that is. What is that?
Xanax bars, how they're referred to.
Xanax bars.
Okay, and do you own any property of value, a house, a car, bank account, significant amounts of jewelry?
Yes.
What do you own?
I own a lot of jewelry, all right.
Well, how much would you say your jewelry is worth? Well, it's not a joke, you know. We're not in a club now. Be serious about it.
I'm serious about it.
You're being I can see you're serious, all right.
It's worth money.
Have you had any kind of drugs in the last 24 hours?
Yeah, she's acting like it. She is acting like it, isn't she? Like what the heck is that face? Like, what is that?
Actually, no.
Bye-bye.
Adios.
Come back, ma'am. Come back.
Like, she has no idea where she is. Like, she doesn't really understand the seriousness of the situation at all.
Come back. Give me the paper again. Count one would be 10,000.
Are you serious?
I am serious. Adios.
I love this judge. Look at what is she crazy?
Come back again.
Absolutely.
Peter, what are you doing? Crack?
Come back again.
Absolutely. Some people need to learn the hard way, for sure. For sure.
What's up?
I heard you saying to...
Yes, I did. I'm not going to the...
I believe you... Did you say...
Actually,
Did you say that?
Yes, sir, I did.
Oh, you did say that?
I'm not
I find you in direct criminal contempt. 30 days in the county jail.
Today's final Karen is Karen
Absolutely.
Stevens. Karen had an ongoing feud with her previous attorney, Paul Nicoletti. Karen claimed that Nicoletti had petitioned the court for a personal protection order against her over accusations of...
Or do you think how she behaved was okay? Do you think she was right to swear at the judge?
Stalking, so Karen's here to fight the order.
Nuts.
Case Nicoletti versus Stevens, case number 0672178 2PH.
Good afternoon, Judge. Karen Stevens, in pro per for my motion for sanctions against Mr. Nicoletti for this vexatious and frivolous PPO.
I'm sorry, on this what?
I have a motion for sanctions against...
I know that. And the purpose of the sanctions are based on what?
It was a frivolous and vexatious PPO based on nonsense. I am not stalking Mr. Nicoletti.
I haven't signed a PPO.
If you didn't catch that, the personal protection order that Karen is referring to hasn't even been issued yet.
Oh, so she's challenging basically a stalking order that's not even been signed and...
This petition for a PPO. Let me...
Okay, were you served?
No, I wasn't, but...
So it doesn't exist then?
No, you may not. How can you ask to sanction someone when you haven't even been served?
That's the point.
Stevens, do not interrupt me when I'm speaking, ma'am.
I have a constitutional right to be heard.
Had I issued a PPO, you would have a basis to be before me. I did not issue a PPO. He did not pursue his right to a hearing on the PPO. You were never served.
So what's
and
the
here
problem?
You are taking up my time so that you want me to chastise him and make him pay money? No, ma'am. Your relief is denied, and in addition to that, I am sanctioning you with costs $500.
Love it.
Thank you.
Love it.
I beg your pardon?
Ooh, careful. Careful. Careful.
This story, however, doesn't end here. Due to a clerical error, Karen is back before Judge Anderson once again, 4 months later.
When the clerk's office attempted to correct the mistake they made, you basically objected to your credit card company, and that brings you here today.
Oh, so the $500 thing, she didn't pay it.
Do you have the $495 that this is the balance owed?
But I did file an objection and an answer to this order to show cause that wasn't properly served, didn't have an affidavit of merit.
Ms. Stevens, do you have $495 with which to pay today?
I just said I have my credit card. I do not have cash.
Very well then, Ms. Stevens. You may go down to the clerk's office, pay $495 forthwith to take care of the $500 that this court assessed you the last time you were here.
I'm entitled to know what statutes or court rules you rely on to
just pay the $500 and go home.
Sanction me in the first place. That's part of due process.
After all this, Karen was not only ordered to pay the $500 in court fees, but Nicoletti's attorney fees as well.
Man, like the biggest lesson I've learned from this video is sometimes it's best just not to say anything. Like even if you're tempted to like come back at someone, sometimes just walk away. Sometimes just walk away, especially if you're in court, right? And you just don't have the power in that situation. There's like, it's not an equal distribution of power. Like you need the judge to kind of let you off and stuff like that. Like the girl, like the one who was guilty of the Xanax or whatever it was, she just was crazy. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.